Hello family, this is Tiger. I'm here to show you some perfect trades on how I trade the room, incorporating what Jazz and Anissa and BR and MT have all taught us over the last, well, for the 14 months that I've been in the room. This most recent tweak in November has been fantastic. It's made the entries much easier. Don't get many pips against me anymore. Some not at all. I think since the tweak, I've only had to move my stop loss twice, and that was just for a couple extra pips. It never actually got there. So it's really been a fantastic change in the room, and I don't honestly know if there's anything MT could do any more in the room to make it any easier. The MTs have preached the same thing over and over and over, and I feel like I'm going to be saying the same thing again, but maybe saying it will help someone. If it just helps one person, then fantastic. So let's talk about the room. First of all, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. All the videos that are recorded, MT uploads here. There's videos in here from the MT showing you how to trade. There's and then the demo with no sound, so you can practice. And practice is so important. The more you practice, the more you'll pick up on the little things and understanding entries and what you're looking for. It's extremely important. Every time I practice, I feel like I've gotten stronger and stronger at trading, and even though I've been here for 14 months. So a little bit on how I trade or how I start the morning. The first thing I'll do is come in and look at the long-term charts just to get an overall view of anything going on. You can see here GU's been down forever. That's a monthly chart that's been down for over a year, it looks like. But just to see if there's anything glaring, any supers on maybe the daily, right? Just to keep in mind. I know we'll see these again in the room, but I just like to look at them in the morning. The second thing I do is look at the charts. Go to my tools, calendars. I'm sorry, my tools, calendar. The second thing I like to do is look at the calendars. And then I change my time zone to Central Time Zone. As many of you know, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana. So once we look at, it pulls it up. I've already got it, have it set for NFP. That was the last thing we were looking at. Scroll down. And then if there's any 2 or 3 bull numbers, I'll take notice of them before the class even starts. You can even click on these. And it'll tell you, well, that doesn't tell you a thing because it's already passed. But before they actually take place, they'll give you some information on it as well. So anyway, so I look at those, and then how I'm set up to trade. I'll show you guys I'm set up to trade. This is my room. This is my office. I've got 3 screens. One is for MT's charts. One is for the chat rolls, and then one is for my actual trading. So I don't trade the GC. That's what this is. There's really more than enough trades on any one of these. When I'm looking for 2 trades a day, I'm set up for a 10 pip take profit and a 15 pip stop loss. So any one of these will give you 2 trades a day. But I'll trade the GU, the EU, and the UC. And that's how I'm set up. Very simple. When I'm traveling, I do travel a lot. So when I'm traveling, I've traded now with the tweak. I'm able to trade from my phone. I've traded from my phone. I have a tablet I trade from. It's really gotten easy. You're only looking. You're looking at. Again, I feel like I'm reiterating what Jazz has told us all along. You're looking to set up your bias on your 1 and 4. It's going to continue in that direction until we have arrows telling us it's going to go a different way, period. Once you've established the direction, the bias of the pair or the trend of the pair, then it's a matter of taking it from the right spot. And Anissa has given us that. It's based off of the HA charts and the 5-minute charts. So we look at the HA. I only take trades off of the BB bands on the HA, end, the orange line or the BB band of the 5 minutes. Sometimes you'll have them correlating all together. So you'll have all charts, the 30 minute, the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the HA, all coming off of a BB band, which is a fantastic trade to get into because of the correlation that BR talks about constantly. Correlation is a very strong thing. These BB bands, as he mentions, as BR mentions, are a signal. So when you see them touching on a pair or on all charts of a pair, and there's nothing going against you, that's a great signal for a trade. So we'll take a look at this. So we'll look at the GU. The GU's been going down for hours already. When we come in the room, it's 9:04. So we can see it's already been coming down for probably 2.5 hours. There has to be something here. There has to be a reason for us to take this up. There's nothing. We even have a daily up right now. Okay, so this one is one that MT talks about of it ranging. So it's going to go down, it's going to go back up because this daily red is going to kick in and push us back up. So there's a little bit of caution here on when to take it up, but that it will go back up. But right now it's down, so we're going to take it down. This one is a little flat here, flat here, flat here. It's up here. So this one might be a little bit tricky. I might stay away from this pair. You could get a bounce off of the 4 hour because it's flat here. It's flat here now. It's flat in here. So you might get a little bit of a bounce here. There is no daily up or down. So you could get a little bit of a bounce. So if this is down, if GU's down, I'm only taking it from the HA up here or from the 5 minute HA here. If this one is up, I would take it from the HA BB bands here. If it's down, it has to be up here. So that one's a little off. We may not look at that one. So the GU, I think, is in play for the down. UC. It's been down for a while. It's hitting the 1 hour BB band. The 4 hour's been down for a little while. It's still got a little room to go. And there's no daily or 8 hour. It's actually so let me show you correlation. This one looks pretty good. Actually this one still has a little bit more room to go. The GU has a little more room down. But this one looks like the UC is already all the way down. The 30 minute is already down. The 15 minutes almost there. The UC 5 minutes almost there. And the HA has gotten there, and it's got an arrow up now. So this one is ready. This one may be ready to go up. So this is probably a good trade on the upside. So let's play. So looking at this, there's a 1 hour flashing up on the UC at 72, and the correlation off of. So this is a good trade. So you can get into this now. That's still down a little bit. See if that. There's nothing pushing this through, and you're having a 1 hour flash up. This is a good trade. This is a good trade up. If this 1 hour comes back, I'd wait for the 1 hour to come back. I think there's more than enough pips here. All right, like I said, I'm looking for 10 pips. There's 8 right here. So we're going to look at the GU down. I'm not really looking at the EU right now. But again, this has to, before I even take the GU down, it has to come all the way back here. This is already here. And now you have a 1 hour, a daily up. So this is ready to go up. You have a 1 hour up, a daily up. You're correlating off of the bottom BB bands on on all your short-term charts. So you can go ahead and get into this at 73, 72. I would take this trade up. So we'll count that as my first trade for the day for this chart. This one, I don't see anything. This one's got a bunch of arrows going up, but we're not bouncing off of any BB band, so we're not taking this. So let's go forward just a little bit, so we're not here all day. Looking at this, I'd love for this to come up so we can potentially take it down. And we're already in this one at 72. This one's not up. This one's going up now. The UC's going up. Now look here. I'll let it run. But we have the 1 hour's back. The super daily's back. We're still bouncing off of all of these BB bands. And we're at 75. Momentum's turning green. DX is turning green. This one is coming down, but we're not bouncing, so we're not in this trade. This one still has to go up, and we may not be able to get into it. Right? It may go down from right here, but if it's not coming off this BB band, there are other trades. MTT preaches all the time, we do not have to be in every trade. So we're looking for the perfect trades. Perfect trade, correlation on all short-term charts with 1 hours. This is an exact golden ticket trade in a daily. So with the new 4 hour pointing up, the 1 hour pointing up, the number 4, I'm sorry, that's a 4 hour, but the number 4 on the golden ticket is trade daily with number 2. With the daily, there's the daily. The number 2 is look for a trend and bounce off the BB bands. A little up, 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 and you're bouncing off the BB bands from the pullback. We're at 76 now. This one never went up, so this would be a great trade, but it's not coming off the BB band, so I'm not in this trade. Let's move forward a little bit more. We're at 80 now on the EUC. Then we've got supers on the 15 minutes, on the 30 minutes. 82. What do we say? We got in at 72, so there's my 10 pips. It may even go up a little bit further. 83, it went to 85. 85. So that trade's done. Now you got a super 1 hour, and you have the daily. So what are we looking for now? This is going to bounce. This is going to come back down. You're going to go up. There's nothing on the 4 hour pushing this up any further. So at some point this will pull back. When this pulls back, I'm going to look for it to come back down to the HA BB band in the 5 minute or the BB band here and take it up again as long as this arrow hasn't done its job. And its job is to get up here to the 1 hour BB bands or really close. Here we had some signals on the GU. We had some signals, but again, I'm not taking the trade unless we're coming off of the BB bands. And there's definitely some good trades in there. We have 1 hour. Now we have a 1 hour down on the EU. So now we have some clarity on what the EU is doing. It bounced off the 4 hour in the 1 hour. But I just wasn't, we didn't have any signals. The trend was up too strong of a trend to really risk taking this down. We've already got one trade here, so let's fast forward a little bit and see what we have. So just to show you guys, here's your hit the 1 hour, and here's your bounce up. Do you trade that? I don't. That's too risky. You're going against a number one. You have a 1 hour down. I know the trade's up. I know this arrow's done its job, but you still have this BB band pushing down. You still have supers here. Now, if in 5 minutes, if all these arrows are gone and these lines flatten out, and there's no 4 hour, then you can start looking to take this up based off of this signal right here. So this could go up, but I'm not taking it. Look at that, 43 to 52. So there was a trade here. I'm sure BR and probably Jazz would have taken it off the bounce. Here's another bounce here. I just don't need to be in those trades. So now we're looking for another trade. Looks like we may have missed one right here. We have GU is still down. You have a daily up, so you're able to take this up, but the trend's been down for hours. So off of this BB band here, 53, and off of the orange road. Back this up a little bit and take a look at it. So you're here bouncing off the 5-minute. You're here about to bounce off the BB, and at the HABB, and there's nothing against you. You've pushed through. It's going to go back down. You could have taken it at 50, or maybe even 52 or 53. It's already at 42. Look at this. Here's another perfect trade, guys. So it's been down. Now you have a 4-hour kicking in as well. So something that the number 4, right? It can go both ways. It ranges. You can take trades both directions when you have that daily 1 hour and a trend the opposite direction. So we have a trend going down for hours and hours. We talked about that at the beginning of this video, right? So when you come up here and you're bouncing off of the HA chart, BB band, and the 5-minute here, and you have no arrows going against you, and a trend down, you can take that down. And if we'd done it, if I would have seen it, I'm sorry I missed it. You're already at 20. I'm sorry. Yeah, almost 20 pips in profit. So there's another trade right there. So we can let this run a little bit longer. So now you have on the GU 4 hours, and you're about to bounce. You pull back, but that doesn't mean you're going to pull back and go all the way back up to the 1 hour. Right? The trend is obviously down. Everything's telling you down. So here we have on the UC chart, we still have our 1 hour up. We still have our super daily up, right? And we've bounced off at 82. We've bounced off the HA chart, and we've come down here, and we're bouncing off here. So with nothing against you, this is a trade up. So I would have taken that at 82. Oh, and look what's happened. From 82, we just said that's the trade right there, guys. And now it's at 28. That was my second trade of the day right there. What a fantastic trade that is. And this is what MT and everybody's talking about, open TPs. This is crazy. Look at that. We knew that was going to happen before anything, before the market moved. We knew it was going to happen. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what we have here. So there's two. So I showed you 2 trades here before they moved. I showed you one here after it happened, but it was a great trade. Incorporating the 1 and 4 hour directions, the HA entries that Anissa talks about, correlation that BR talks about, right? It's all right there. We can do it over and over and over. I don't know if I can continue showing you on multiple charts. I've looked at some of these earlier. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I don't know what these are. Let me pull over a chart that I use. This is my recording. So I don't think this is the same day as the one we were using. I save all my recordings. I will show you. So this is something else I do, guys. It's important. This is all my recordings. Every time I have the ability to record, I do. So, and I've been doing that since February of last year. So this one is from the December 18th, 2018. Same thing. This one's down. 4-hour down. This has been down for a while. This is a strong trend. This is a strong trend up. So if I'm doing that, I'm looking for off of this BB band, off of this BB band. I'm sorry, off of this BB band, off of this BB band, off of this up, off of this BB band. And when it gets there, then I go back and verify that there's nothing against me and that there's correlation and it's the right time to take the trade. So we can the sound will play on these, so I don't want to play through them, but we'll just take a quick look at a couple of them real quick. There we go. So here you go. We've already, man, it's crazy what MT has given us here. So look here, this is going to come up. It hits the BB band right here. It hits the 5-minute here. It gives us a signal right there. It's down. It's down. It's off of 70. It's already at 62. We'll just jump 20 minutes ahead. Let's see where it went. It went down to 40. Yeah, it gave us 20 pips, and lucky enough, I just clicked right here. So now we have an arrow showing up, 15 up. It's bouncing off of the 1 hour. Am I gonna take that? Absolutely not. I've already taken my trade here for the day. My number one trade. There is a good trade going up. I'm certain it's the same thing on all these. These are all up, so this has to come back down and touch here. Let's see when it does. Yeah, maybe there. I'm not. Let's see, back up a little bit. If it comes down to 09 or not, or even 10. Doesn't look. Maybe here it did, but that's before you wouldn't have known. It was bouncing off the line, but there's a trade there. Let's look at the EU. Here's an EU. Look at this correlation. This might be before the class though. Let's back up a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, so that's before the class. So let's see if there's another one. So that's getting a little bit of a pullback. This is what we talk about, a little bit of a pullback right here. Still down. Still down. Let's see here. Almost had a touch there, huh? But we want it to bounce. So we can just keep looking. Keep waiting. Okay. So we're definitely bouncing off here. Let's back up a little bit. So now you've come up to the BB band, 72. You've lost your 4 hour here. Bouncing off of here, bouncing off of here, bouncing off of here. Trend still down. You still have an 8 hour down. You do have a daily up now. Let's fast forward. So it was 72 right here, and it came down to 65 before. So you wouldn't have had your 10. So 72, I'm sorry, 72 was right here. So you had a few pips in there, but because of that daily, you did have a daily against you. Right, if we go back, we can see that daily. Oh, I know I saw a daily. Yeah. So we had a daily up right here, right? Which, and you can take it down. You saw the move, but it was only an 8 pip move. So there's a little bit of risk there because of that daily, which is the number 4. So the better trade was the number 2. The number 2 here. So keep looking. we have we also have 1 hour up now as well. So the trade that we were talking about a second ago from really only went down 5 pips. So could have taken it for 5 pips. Like I said, I have mine set at 10. So that would not have won if I would have taken that trade. And before you know it, now you have a 1 hour up in here. So really for this one, now you're looking for trades off of this BB band here. The UC is still up. Oh, the UC, we got a trade right here. A second trade. See if we can get back to it. So you're bouncing off the BB bands right here. You're coming up off of the BB band here. You're bouncing off here, and you have no arrows against you, and the trend is up. So where was, let's see. Yep. So you're about to bounce here. You're bouncing. You're gonna be broken through, but you're still in the same candle. You have an arrow against you. It's already done its job and pushed to this line and pushed through. Push to this orange line and push through this orange line, right? And here you have a 1 hour down. It's done its job. It's pushed it almost through, so it'll probably go a little bit lower. Fast forward a little bit. Nope, didn't even go through, and it's gone now. So there's your second trade right there, and you can take it anywhere in here off of this BB band with this signal. So this signal closes at 34.15. We'll just fast forward a few minutes. 34.18, 34.19. We need to get to 25 for it to be to close out in profit. 22, almost a 25 there. There you go, 37. So there's another good trade. Guys, it's been almost 30 minutes now. I don't know how to reiterate it more. It's so clear on how to take these trades. Again, 1 and 4 hour direction. Make sure your entries are right. Make sure they're right. Take the entries off of the BB bands. HA, BB bands, the 5-minute BB bands. If you have a strong trend or super arrows, you can take it off the HA BB bands and the 5-minute orange line. Remember, correlation. The best trades we showed at the beginning of this video is when they were all coming off of the BB bands on every time on all charts. So I hope this helps. I'm in the room often. I'm in the room to help you guys. Just let me know questions. Doesn't matter. You guys have a great new year. I'm really looking forward to this year. I think for my family, we'll have drastic changes. Take care and good trading.